All right, so we're working in the shop today, and I would say normally that we're working on a customer's car, although that would be lying because this is our family car. It's our family hauler, family truckster. It does everything. It's a 2003 Honda Odyssey. I actually like this thing a lot. It does everything, gets great mileage. It tows the boat a little bit, can't do long hauls. It seats 7 comfortably. The air conditioning blows cold. It doesn't have any squeaks or rattles. It's paid for a lot of good things. It's fairly easy to fix, but there's been an annoying problem. We have let's see, this is a 2003, has 140,000 miles on it. Has the V6 3.5 liter VTEC engine, which is a stellar engine, doesn't burn any oil, but it does have a motor mount issue, and I want to get into that with you. So this thing has quite, what do you call it, complicated, or it has really good motor mounts. When they're working right, that you don't feel the engine, you don't feel anything. But when they're not working right, you do feel the engine. And I'm going to show you what goes into those motor mounts. This is the front motor mount, the one that's would be directly right behind the radiator here, and I can tell when it's bad, and if you accelerate hard, you feel a thump, and the thump was getting worse. And you can see this is our old mount here, and you can see if you look in there, it's cracked. I don't think you can see in there. It's split, and if you look side by side, comparing these two mounts, this one is much taller than that one, and I could actually look in the top by the radiator and see this was compressed or just kind of falling apart. So I figured there was something up. Now, the interesting thing about these mounts is there's a nipple on the bottom. And so I don't know how they're actuated. I don't think they're hydraulic. Maybe they are. They're not electronic. The later model Odysseys are electronic. This is a 2003. But the neat thing is this is not a hard job to do. You have to loosen up some things from the bottom of the car, but basically it comes out right through this hole here. So the mount is located right down where you see that pedestal. You've got to bend a few things out of the way. You got to remove the cruise control wire, which is this cable that goes across here, and the vacuum source that goes to that mount. But the whole thing, which is pretty large, comes out, it sneaks out of there very carefully. So you don't have to pull the engine, you don't have to drop the transmission, you don't have to remove the radiator, which is all really nice. So somebody was thinking, it's a pretty big mount, but it does fit through there if you're careful. You got to kind of twist it and fit it. It's like a square peg going in a round hole. So I'm hoping that I can help somebody out with their thump problem. If they give it gas in their Odyssey, it's probably the front mount that is wore out. So there you go. It can be done. It's not a big deal. I think this mount was 50 bucks, maybe 75. I got to look at my receipt, but it is going to really make driving the car a lot better, because every time you give it more than half throttle, like from a stop sign, it would just thump and you can hear the whole engine shake in the chassis, and that's not cool. So again, it can be done just sneaking it out through the top here, as long as you take your time. I'm into this thing probably 30 minutes so far, so 30 minutes going back in takes about an hour. And I don't think any of their mounts are bad. So, all right. It's a great car. Like I said, it's a 2003 Odyssey. They do have engine mount problems. Just about every one I work on that's this age has a broken mount, but I thought that I would highlight ours. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video, and keep driving your Honda Odysseys. These are great little cars.